Greetings, devoted viewers of Days Drama Digest. Welcome back to the heart-pounding, emotion-charged world of Days of Our Lives, where every glance, whisper, and hidden truth threatens to upend the fragile balance of Salem's most beloved residents. Today, we dive deep into the electrifying saga of Rachel Black and Thomas DiMera, two young souls caught in a whirlwind of secrets, betrayal, and subconscious revelations that could shake the very foundations of their lives and the lives of those around them. Buckle up as we unravel a tale so gripping, so fraught with tension, that it will leave you on the edge of your seat, eagerly awaiting the next twist in this labyrinthine drama. A storm brewing in Salem. In the quaint yet perpetually tumultuous town of Salem, where secrets fester like wounds and trust is a currency few can afford, Rachel Black and Thomas DiMera stand at the precipice of a revelation that could alter their futures irrevocably. Rachel, the precocious daughter of Brady Black and Kristen DiMera, has always been a complex figure, equal parts innocent and enigmatic, her wide eyes masking a depth of emotion and knowledge that even she may not fully comprehend. Thomas, the young scion of the DiMera dynasty, carries the weight of his family's legacy, a burden that often leaves him torn between loyalty and truth. Together, these two children, bound by circumstance and proximity, are about to become entangled in a web of suspicion and moral dilemmas that will test their bonds and their resolve. The stage is set at Julie's house, a place that has long served as a sanctuary for the Horton family and their extended kin. Yet, beneath its warm, nostalgic exterior, a storm is brewing. Rachel, staying over with Thomas for a seemingly innocent sleepover, is about to set off a chain of events that could unravel a mystery buried deep within her subconscious, a mystery tied to the shocking act of violence that has left E.J. DiMera, Thomas's uncle, fighting for his life. The weight of a subconscious secret. Rachel has always been a restless sleeper, her dreams a chaotic tapestry of memories, fears, and unspoken truths. In the quiet of Julie's guest room, as moonlight filters through the curtains, her murmurs fill the air, soft, disjointed, and hauntingly cryptic. To Thomas, who lies awake nearby, these murmurs are more than just the ramblings of a sleeping child. They're a puzzle, a code that hints at something far darker than he could have imagined. Among her fragmented whispers, one phrase stands out, sharp and chilling. E.J., the gun. I didn't mean to. These words, spoken in the haze of sleep, strike Thomas like a bolt of lightning. His heart races as he processes their implications. Could Rachel, the girl he's known for years, be connected to the shooting that has left his uncle clinging to life in a hospital bed? The very thought is unthinkable, yet the weight of her words presses down on him, a suffocating burden that threatens to shatter his understanding of the world. Rachel's sleep-talking is not a new phenomenon. Her parents, Brady and Kristen, have long dismissed it as a quirk, a byproduct of her vivid imagination and tumultuous upbringing. But Thomas, ever observant, senses that there is more to these nocturnal confessions. Could Rachel's subconscious be harboring a truth too dangerous to surface in the light of day? Could she, on some buried level, know that she pulled the trigger that night at the DiMera mansion? The possibility is both horrifying and mesmerizing, pulling Thomas into a moral quagmire from which there is no easy escape. Thomas's dilemma: loyalty or truth? Thomas DiMera is no stranger to the complexities of family loyalty. As a DiMera, he has been raised in a world where secrets are currency and trust is a luxury. Yet, he is also a child, caught between the innocence of youth and the harsh realities of his family's legacy. When Chad DiMera, his father, pulls him aside with a grave expression and urges him to keep his eyes and ears open when it comes to Rachel, Thomas feels the weight of that request settle heavily on his young shoulders. Chad's words are not a casual suggestion but a directive, born of suspicion and fear that Rachel may be more than she seems. Chad's warning stems from his own tangled history with the Black and DiMera families. He knows all too well the chaos that Kristen's schemes have wrought, and he fears that Rachel, knowingly or not, may be following in her mother's footsteps. But for Thomas, the idea that Rachel could be involved in something as heinous as shooting EJ is almost too much to bear. She is his friend, his confidant, the girl who shares his secrets and his laughter. To suspect her of such a crime feels like a betrayal of their bond, yet the evidence, her sleep-talking, her uneasy demeanor, gnaws at him, refusing to be ignored. As the days pass, Thomas finds himself torn. Should he confront Rachel, hoping to coax the truth from her? Should he confide in Chad, risking the destruction of their fragile family dynamic? Or should he bury this secret deep within himself, carrying the burden alone? Each option is fraught with peril. Confronting Rachel could push her further into denial, or worse, awaken a memory she is not ready to face. Telling Chad could ignite a firestorm of accusations and retribution, tearing apart the fragile truce between the DeMoras and the Blacks. And keeping the secret to himself? That might be the most dangerous choice of all, for secrets have a way of festering in Salem, growing into monsters that consume all who harbor them. Rachel's dangerous dance. Rachel, for her part, is unaware of the storm she is stirring. Her days are filled with the usual preoccupations of a young girl: school, friends, the constant tug-of-war between her parents' conflicting worlds. Yet, there is an undercurrent of unease in her behavior, a subtle shift that only those closest to her might notice. She is quieter than usual, her laughter less frequent, her gaze often drifting to some unseen horizon. At Julie's house, where she and Thomas spend their evenings playing games and sharing stories, she seems almost hesitant, as if afraid of what she might say or do. Her sleep-talking is only one piece of the puzzle. There are moments, fleeting but undeniable, when Rachel's actions hint at a deeper knowledge. A glance at a news report about EJ's shooting, a flinch at the mention of a gun, a sudden refusal to visit the DeMera mansion. These are the breadcrumbs that Thomas follows, each one leading him closer to a truth he is not sure he wants to uncover. Rachel's subconscious seems to be waging a war with her waking self, and the fallout could be catastrophic. One night, as Thomas watches her sleep, he notices something new, a small, involuntary movement of her hand, as if she is gripping an imaginary object. A gun, perhaps? The image is so vivid that Thomas feels a chill run down his spine. He wants to shake her awake, to demand answers, but fear holds him back. What if she doesn't know? What if she does? The uncertainty is a torment all its own, and Thomas finds himself caught in a dangerous dance with a girl who may be both victim and perpetrator. The ripple effects of a single truth. The implications of Rachel's potential involvement in EJ's shooting extend far beyond her and Thomas. In Salem, a single truth can ripple outward, touching every corner of the community. If Rachel did pull the trigger, whether by accident or intent, the fallout would be seismic. Kristen, ever the protective mother, would stop at nothing to shield her daughter, even if it meant resorting to her old, manipulative ways. Brady, torn between his love for Rachel and his loyalty to the truth, would face an impossible choice. And Chad, already grappling with the loss of his brother Stefano's legacy, would be forced to confront the possibility that his son's friend is a danger to them all. Then there is EJ himself, lying in a hospital bed, his life hanging by a thread. If he survives, will he seek vengeance? Will he remember the moment the bullet struck, the face of the shooter obscured by shadow? Or will his recovery bring with it a new perspective, a chance for redemption in a family so often defined by betrayal? The answers to these questions lie just beyond the horizon, tantalizingly out of reach, as the residents of Salem brace for the next chapter in this unfolding drama. A town on edge. As Thomas grapples with his dilemma, the town of Salem buzzes with speculation. Whispers of Rachel's involvement begin to circulate, fueled by the town's insatiable appetite for gossip. At the Brady pub, patrons exchange hushed theories over coffee, while at the hospital, Nurses cast wary glances at visitors from the Black and Demera families. The tension is palpable, a taut wire ready to snap at the slightest provocation. Everyone knows that in Salem, secrets never stay buried for long. For Thomas, the pressure is unbearable. He sees suspicion in every glance, hears accusation in every word. His father's advice to keep his eyes and ears open echoes in his mind, a constant reminder of the role he has been thrust into. Yet, he is still a child, ill-equipped to navigate the treacherous waters of adult secrets and lies. Each night, as he lies awake listening to Rachel's murmurs, he feels the weight of his decision pressing down on him, a burden too heavy for his young heart to bear. The path forward. What will Thomas do with this secret? Will he confront Rachel, risking their friendship and her fragile psyche? Will he confide in Chad, setting off a chain reaction that could tear their families apart? Or will he choose silence, carrying the truth like a stone in his chest, hoping it will somehow resolve itself? The answers are as elusive as Rachel's sleep-talking confessions, each one a piece of a puzzle that refuses to come together. One thing is certain. The drama unfolding between Rachel and Thomas is only the beginning. In Salem, where every secret has a price, the truth about EJ's shooting will not stay hidden forever. As Rachel's subconscious continues to betray her, and as Thomas wrestles with his loyalty and his conscience, the stage is set for a confrontation that will shake the foundations of their world. Will Rachel awaken to the truth of her actions? Will Thomas find the courage to act on what he knows? And what will become of Salem when the dust finally settles? Stay tuned, dear viewers, for the next chapter in this heart-stopping saga. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.